Hello and welcome to the Rockland Ice Rink for tonight's MIAA ice hockey matchup. It is the Cohasset-Hull Co-op coming to town to face your Abington Green Wave. Hello again, I'm Matt Nelson, bringing you all the action high above the ice from Rockland tonight. The Green Wave fighting for a home playoff game in the first round. They know what's at stake, and they go right in, right off the bat, 17 seconds, and it's a goal. Can't ask for a better start than that. It is, of course, Sam McDonald, his 23rd goal on the season. That is point number 46, and he is now a plus 32 as the top line strikes again. He is by far Abington's leading scorer. And the message from Coach Brian Woodford before this game: people need to put the team first. It is now we before me for the rest of the season to try to secure that home first round matchup. Cohasset-Hull, the players to watch are Clyde Fales and Ty Dwyer. The co-op is undersized compared to the Green Wave, but Abington missing some important bodies tonight. Amani De Jesus and Matthew Grafton are out of the lineup due to outside things going on. So the Green Wave will have to roll with the top line of McDonald, Derek O'Neill, and LJ Cleary getting the call up to the top line tonight. And the second unit that we'll see primarily is centered by Tate Erickson. And on his wings are Sean Niles and Sean Duggan. Callan Gunning, Dylan Connolly are the top pairing of defensemen. Nick Daly, Jacob Whitman are the second pairing, and Joey Minoy and Patrick Minahan are the fifth and sixth defensemen. In goal is Nick Harris for the Green Wave. He's got a .929 save percentage coming into the night. Has stopped 396 of 426 shots. Good for goals against of 2.00. On the other side, it is Patrick Cosentino, the one of two goalies listed on the skipper's roster, along with Henry Gallagher. Gunning out there now with his defensive partner Connolly. Green Wave forced the defensive zone turnover, but then can't find the puck between the skates. Here goes McDonald back the other way. He dumps and chases his first break in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. Long shift for him to start things off. Dumped in, intercepted there by one of the skippers, and then taking a body out with him was Callan Gunning. Wrapped around the end boards. First 2.5 minutes now gone. Sean Niles Jr. chasing it down on the end wall, and Coho clears the defensive zone and turns it right back to the Green Wave at the red line. Carrying it out for the Skippers was the captain, Ty Dwyer. Icing called here against Coho, 12:16 to go. Coho wins the defensive zone draw. They immediately dump it back to center. Nick Daly takes it there for the Green Wave. Green Wave send it through to Niles. And now McDonald back on the ice after a quick 1-minute break on the bench. Top line already rotating back out for Coach Brian Woodford. He graduated himself of Abington High School back in 2000. Assisted, of course, by Shane Murray, Dennis Murray, Michael Connolly, and the newest retired number here at the Rockland Ice Rink, Nick Malafronte. Green Wave gain the zone. Throw it behind the net. McDonald gathers on the far half wall. Indirect pass to the blue line now, D to Connolly. His shot He fanned on it, and now finding it right out front, the shot, a good save by Cosentino. That was Sean Duggan sitting crease side, waiting for that one. McDonald will stay out there now, rejoined by O'Neill and Cleary. Saucer pass through the neutral zone. Coho bumps it into the Green Wave end. Having to recover is Gunning. McDonald bobbing and weaving. Tried to dangle at the blue line, and the Green Wave had to tag up. Now McDonald, near side corner. Was double teamed, and the puck taken away by Jackson Stonehouse. Gathered by Connolly at the red line. He dumps back in. Green Wave will go for a full change. Another very long 2-minute shift for McDonald that time. Dwyer carries in, deking through, body, shoots, pad save, loose in the crease. And it was Tegan Bellew who couldn't put it home. Across the 10-minute mark here. 1-0 Green Wave, courtesy of Sam McDonald. His 23rd goal of the season. This one sticked aside, and down goes Mason Delgallo. Had to adjust his bucket after he slipped on the ice in front of him. Another one steered aside by Harris. Chased all the way down. Tate Erickson wins the race, but it is icing as it had enough juice to get over the end line. 9:30 to go in the first period. Very well-lit Rockland ice rink, part of the renovations over the summer. New backdrop behind the benches as well, showing off all the teams that call this barn home. Green Wave win the D zone, draw back to McDonald. Another 45-second rest. Now it's Sean Duggan. Threw it out in front off of the stick of Cosentino, and he didn't realize that it was sitting on the back door. Kicked down by Gunning at the red line, gives the Green Wave back possession. McDonald's, rather that was number 18 Gunning getting harassed by a stick, had to dump it in. The Skippers send it back the other way. They have just the one sequence of shots here in the first period so far. Niles dumps in, lets the Green Wave chase. They take away possession amidst a change. The shot, a save Cosentino, and he swallows up the rebound for the faceoff with 8:25 to go. Impressive effort. While de facto short-handed, you only had two members of the Green Wave on the ice, and they were able to come up with the turnover and wait for reinforcements to force a quality scoring chance. Dumped out in front, gathered at the point by Nick Daly. Now the Skippers send it around the kick plate and out into the neutral zone. Jackson Stonehouse forces it deep into the Abington end. Shot from the point, handcuffed Harris. Rebound controlled by the Green Wave, and they send it into the protective netting. The first face-off that will come to our left-hand side. dumps it back deep. They opt against a change. 7:35 to go first period. Another forced turnover in the offensive end for Cohasset-Hull. No scoring opportunities have come from it yet. That one sent out in front, never got through to Harris. Indirect pass complete to Bellew. And a nice deke by Matt Thomas, one of the co-captains for Cohasset-Hull, to force it into the skipper's offensive end. Donald back out there once again. Green Wave sends it off the boards. Delgallo takes it there, and the skippers send it back deep. Skipper shot from just above the face-off circle. That was steered aside by Harris. 1-for-1 change as on comes Clyde Fales. McDonald drags down one of the skippers. The arms stay down. The tie-up continues. Shot through, deflected high over the crossbar. As the fans yelling for something, there's a hit that some may consider a second late, not terribly late. But still, players sent down to the ice. Arms stay down, good brand of physical hockey. Starting to tune up here. Skate to stick, tried Niles, it didn't fully connect. And the skippers send out a fresh forward line. Joe Manfredi shoots, and that one went wide. 5:10 to go. The Green Wave take back possession. Now the ice tilting a little bit to our left. Long saucer pass, good reception by Niles. He sends it through to Jacob Whitman. And Cohasset-Hull ices the puck. Come down for a face-off. Rather, that was Sean Duggan on the opportunity with the jersey tuck. It's 22, not 23. 4:51 to go in the first period. 1-0 Green Wave on top. Two-on-one developing for the skippers. Blocker saved by Harris. Might have got a little bit of the knob of his stick as well, and that one sent out in front, kicked down before Harris touched it. 4.5 to go. Green Wave have not had a quality scoring chance the last couple of minutes, but that one goes in. From the blue line, a seemingly harmless shot. Sean Duggan has number 15 on the year. 2-0 Green Wave. Duggan with the second goal of the evening for Abington. Green Wave take it deep into their own end. That's LJ Cleary, number 2. Tate Erickson credited with his 8th assists of the year. Another big hit, another body hits the ice. The arms stay down, and offsides is the call against Cohasset-Hull. Cohasset face-off wins, swept in by Fails. Green Wave gains the zone once again, take it into the far side corner. Swept out to the blue line. Green Wave keep it in with Fails drifting behind the Green Wave back line. Blocker aside by Cosentino. And here goes Fails. He'll have to tag up as he is way off sides, and the face-off will come out of the attacking end for Cohasset-Hull. Fails drifting behind all 5 Green Wave skaters, seemingly giving up defense to try to spring himself on the breakaway. I've seen that from a couple of his shifts so far tonight. There goes the Green Wave. Niles in again. Looking for Erickson drifting down the far side, the near side post. And here goes Matt Thomas. Thomas has to spin off his route, getting back, another hit thrown. Niles backhanded out for Duggan. Duggan, nice move to gain the attacking line again. Again, Thomas drifting behind the Green Wave defenders. Had to come back in, retrieve that puck at the red line, however. Coho, partial change, just 2 skaters. A little bit of a disjointed change as 4 skaters tried to make their way to the bench. Only 2 actually came off. 2 minutes to go first period, 2-0 Green Wave. Niles and Duggan, or rather McDonald and Duggan, the 2 goal scorers. Those 2 by far leading the team. 23rd tally for McDonald, 15th for Duggan, as he has 25 points on the year now. Teddy Duggan, number 5, 3rd line on. Dumped it into the zone, and holding it is Dylan Connolly. Kellen Gunning sends it to the neutral zone, pushed down, and offsides the call against Coho. Green Wave win the neutral zone draw, dump it through neutral ice. Now McDonald racing for it, wins the race, tries the backhand stuff, and a good save with the end of the skate blade. Went Cosentino. Now another 2-on-1 for Coho. Good defensive play to cut off the angle, sliding into the end boards was McDonald. And now McDonald comes away with the puck. Holding to complete the change, and then McDonald dumps it in and will race to the bench for a little break himself with 35 seconds left. Coho looking for one last chance. Shot might have gone off the tip of the glove, as getting dragged down to the ice was the attacking skipper. 20 seconds left, and the Green Wave looking for now a last second push. Now 10. Coho sends it to the neutral zone, and that should just about do it. Just holding it out, dribbling it out was Derek O'Neill, and the first 15 minutes has come to an end. Sam McDonald, Sean Duggan, the 2 goals for the Green Wave. Abington leading Cohasset-Hull 2-0 at the first intermission. We'll step aside, take a quick break, and bring you second period action here on Abington Cam. Hello and And welcome back into the Rockland Ice Rink. Second period action between Cohasset-Hull and Abington. The Green Wave up 2-0 to start this second period. Sam McDonald with goal number 23. Sean Duggan with goal number 15. Those are the two tallies put on the board so far. Nick Harris, a handful of stops in the first period, but only one really good quality scoring chance for the Skippers Co-op. That's where we stand at the end of 15. Sam McDonald scored 17 seconds in, and he starts a breakout here looking for more just 30 seconds into period two. Bad turnover right at the hash marks, and Cohasset-Hull able to avoid trouble, at least for now. McDonald has the puck, tried to dangle through a couple of bodies, and again, it is Matt Thomas who is drifting back behind the Green Wave defense, waiting for a potential breakaway around the red line. McDonald, cross neutral zone pass. There goes Ty Dwyer. Dwyer has to spin back, drops off for Bellew, and an excellent back check by the Green Wave's Derek O'Neill. First 2 minutes gone of the second period. Gathering it is Jacob Whitman. Good check. Harris has to play it. He sent it off of the face mask of Dylan Connolly. Connolly with it now, gains the attacking line. Connolly gets between the two defenders, chases it to the end wall, sends it out in front. The rebound and a score. Second goal of the night for the Green Wave's second line. It's Tate Erickson with his 10th to join the double digits on the Green Wave roster. Good for point number 17. Green Wave getting the zone onside. Shot blocked away by James Muldowney.
Assisted by number 7, Dylan Connolly. And number 23, Sean Duggan. And goal 11:39. That's 8, but 7, and 23. Woo!
Shot into the glove of Cosentino, and he holds for the face-off. 11:21 to go. Green Wave win the offensive zone draw, swinging around the half wall. Now McDonald behind the cage, sends it out front. The shot blocked away. Steered aside by Harris. This one off of the shoulder of Harris. It has to go 70s style and stack the pads. Keep that one out. The first real test he had to face was a little bit of friendly fire. McDonald again to the hash marks. Taken there by Daly. He one-times it just wide of the cage. McDonald again behind the net. To the face-off dot. Throw it in front off the pad of Cosentino. Back to McDonald, far side half wall. Sends it to the blue line, thrown on net, blocked aside by Dwyer. And now Coho will look for some breakout. Shot off of the stick of Teddy Duggan into the protective netting. Coho can't seal it off at the blue line. Now a foot race. It's not going to have enough gas for icing. And it is Derek Delgallo that had to force it back to neutral ice. Coho swings it through neutral again. 9:35 to go in the second period. 3-0 Green Wave. 3 different goal scorers as they spread the wealth a little bit here tonight. Now Abington working from the back end. LJ Cleary throws it off the right pad of Cosentino. Gathered in behind Nick Harris, who skated a period last game at forward, and here's the game's first penalty. We'll go against Cohasset's number 18, Tyler Williams. Green Wave will head to the power play. Just started talking about Nick Harris and was going to mention how he skated a period at forward. Actually logged 2 penalty minutes in that game. Tate Erickson off the face-off win. Roughing the call. Here's Erickson. Back to Sean Duggan, far side. And it is ramped up and out by Dylan Connolly. The drop pass back to Connolly. He sends it down and has to be covered by Cosentino, who lost it momentarily and then found it right between his pads. 1:36 to go in the skater advantage for the Green Wave. They win another offensive zone draw. Another one for the Green Wave. Sean Duggan has his second of the evening. And the first power play tally for the Green Wave tonight. It's 4-0. Green Wave 1 for 1 on the power play
Abington goal.
here in the second period.
Number 23, Sean Duggan. Assisted by number 6, Sam McDonald.
McDonald has his 24th assist on the year.
And number 7, Dylan Connolly. And it'll go 8-26. That's 23 from 6 and 7. Woo!
Connolly given credit for his 10th assists on the year as well. Erickson sends it up into the Coho bench. Stoppage exactly halfway through the second period, 7:27 to go. Harris save right off of the rip. The Green Wave track it down, send it to the half wall. We'll look to regroup defensively. This one pops over the cage and into the near side corner. Three on one for the Green Wave. Here they go. The pass drops back and popped up wide. The rebound is loose, and Teddy Duggan couldn't find pay dirt. Hectic couple of moments for the Cohasset-Hull defense. Started at the red line with a really bad turnover. Speaking of bad turnovers, another save. Harris, this one steered to the end wall. Coho remains onside, swing it down low again. Another stick save, Harris. Rebound has trouble finding its way out of the zone, finally gets back to neutral ice. Now the Green Wave slow things down in the corner. And popped up. See the Green Wave logo on that puck. A few teams that has custom biscuits for their home games. Player shoved down, that was Gunning. Icing called against Coho again. Clock stops, 5:29 to go. Wave, dump it in, 5:10 to go. Skippers chase it down behind the goal line. McDonald, strong on his stick, keeps it deep. Nice pass. Duggan off for the post, might have hit the mask of Cosentino. As Duggan was looking for a hat trick. Now going back the other way is Ballou out in front. It pops the water bottle. Coho's on the board. A wicked wrister from Brendan Hartwell. And that makes it 4-1.
Cohasset-Hull goal scored by number 10, Brendan Hotwell. assisted by number 8, Matt Thomas. Time to goal, 4:43. That's 10.
This one sent off of the glass and out. Gathered in the neutral zone by Cam O'Leary. Green Wave take it back. McDonald down low, tries to force it through out front to Duggan. Not enough room there, so he held on to it. Shot from the point. Made it through traffic. Cosentino able to steer it aside. Now Niles in the corner throws it back in front to the end wall with 4 minutes to play. Duggan deflected off of Coho's Joe Manfredi. Cohasset-Hull stuck in their own end. That one pops over the dasher right to the stick of Niles, who keeps it in once again. Out in front, it's Duggan looking for the Hattie. And Cosentino had to make a great save. Duggan got, or rather Harris got caught sliding across his crease, and Coho cuts the lead in half just like that. It is Matt Thomas, the captain, coming up with a turnover and a bit of a breakaway. Caught Harris going the other way, deked around him. It's 4-2. See how the Green Wave respond here. 3:15 to go in the second period. Now their lead cut in half, 4-2. Assist given to James Muldowney. Another turnover. Gloves stopped by Harris. Icing waved off. Chased down by Cal Stonehouse. Mark Duquette on the ice. This one sticked aside by Harris. Loose in front again, and now here is Mark Duquette, the freshman. Gets sent into the wall, but got the puck through to McDonald. McDonald pump faked on the shot, then got dragged down as he made his way to the end line. Duggan out front, scores! Teddy Duggan from Sam McDonald, and a backflip to celebrate. Well, it was Mark Duquette on the near side that set that all up. Hope he gets credit for the secondary assist. Here's another look at the replay. McDonald down low, found the open player out front. And it's 5-2 Green Wave. Teddy Duggan, first goal of the year. Sam McDonald now has assist number 25. Green Wave gained the zone once again, got caught up in Erickson's skates. 1:45 to go, second period. Twig goes flying. It belongs to Thomas. Green Wave dump it in. That preserves the offsides call with 90 seconds to go. Another shot, Cosentino allowed pad save. Here's McDonald spinning. Softly down the half wall, look to get it back at the blue at the hash marks rather. The pass deflected on its way through, and we have a penalty called behind the play. It's going to go against Cohasset. And Jackson Stonehouse headed to the sin bin. Back to Erickson off the face-off win. Now McDonald down low. Green Wave 1-for-1 so far on the power play. Erickson far side to Dylan Connolly. Back to Erickson. Connolly looking for the one-timer from Duggan, who fanned on the shot. Erickson chases it down. 45 seconds to play. 1:35 left on the power play, so the Green Wave will have some time on a fresh sheet. The trip not called against McDonald. 30 seconds to play. Erickson ended up leaving it behind now. It's Duggan. Had it swept away by Cam O'Leary. Green Wave keep it in the attacking end. Erickson shoots, deflected off of the stick of Cosentino. 10 seconds to go. Duggan kicked away by Bellew, and that should just about waste out the period. McDonald behind the cage takes it to the corner with 2 seconds left, and Erickson won't have time for a last-second shot. An outburst of goals in the second period. It is 5-2 Green Wave. They'll have 51 seconds of power play time on the fresh sheet of ice when we return for the third period here on Abington Community Access and Media. Hello and welcome back into the Rockland Ice Rink for third period action. It's Cohasset-Hull 2, Abington 5. An outburst of scoring in that second period as Abington starts with about 50 seconds of power play time here on this clean sheet of ice. Sam McDonald starts from his back end, serpentine route through the attacking zone, stops at the face-off dot, saucers it across the shot in on Cosentino, and he gloves it down for the face-off. 29 seconds to go on the man advantage. Hanging on the blue paint. Shot off the outside of the post. Dylan Connolly, wearing number 7. Connolly gets it on the half wall, softly to the top of the key. Niles down low looking for McDonald. Rebound, it's Connolly. And Cosentino gets the glove on top of it. This one deflecting off of somebody in the Green Wave bench. Coho wins the neutral zone faceoff. The center dot. Backhanded in by Fales. Turned over. Loud pad save by Harris. McDonald pokes it away. Ends up getting it back almost right outside the attacking line. And then a big shoulder Lodged into Derek O'Neill. That was moving force meets stopped force. Right in front of the Cohasset-Hull bench. 2 minutes in, we are well back to even strength now. Duggan now out to LJ Cleary, who dumps it in, quickly goes to a change. Niles drops down the half wall, regains possession for the Green Wave. Pushed off was Gunning, but he is able to keep it deep before it deflects into the netting for a face-off to the blocker side of Cosentino. Connolly, bobbing and weaving, drops off. The shot from Duggan goes just wide. Duggan, a large circle. A turn through the neutral zone. Backhand on the blocker of Cosentino. Wasn't expecting the shot, able to find the puck and turn it aside. Swept across, one-timer, whistles just wide along the ice and finds its way out of play. Good poke by Joe Manfredi to prevent the Green Wave offense from getting set up. Here goes McDonald, gains the attacking line, cutting through three skippers before sending it around the dasher. Whitman taps down. McDonald looking for it at the far side face-off dot. Deflected on its way through. Mark Duquette out there in the middle. Whitman finds McDonald again. McDonald, an attempted self-pass. Jay Cleary keeping the puck in the attacking end while the Green Wave complete the change. And Erickson couldn't hold. Possible 2-on-1. Matt Thomas has a goal already and adds an assist to it as Ty Dwyer finds the empty cage. And just like that, 5-3. Cohasset not going away easily. Another pregame mention from Coach Woodford was that while the Green Wave were victorious in their most recent game, they needed till the final moments to close things out and expressed a desire to close things out a little bit earlier than that if possible. Green Waves Derek O'Neill swings it back deep. Approaching 9:30 to go here in the third period. McDonald Holding, swings it down low once again. LJ Cleary couldn't quite find it. And Coho happy to just get it back out to neutral. Another penalty here on Coho. Hooking the call. Goes against Manfredi. Green Wave 1 for 2 on the power play.
Cohasset-Hull, penalty number 5, a 2-minute lineup for hooking. Time of the penalty 9:13. That's 5 for hooking.
Connolly kept it deep, but Coho able to find it, pound it all the way down the ice. Niles, or rather Duggan around the end wall, finds McDonald. 2 leading goal scorers for the Green Wave on this top unit. Sent out in front, kicked up and out of immediate danger. Connolly able to deflect enough that Erickson could recover. Duggan spinning and holding, finds Tate Erickson. Erickson off the wall for O'Neill. Now Whitman. O'Neill finds McDonald, long shift on the power play for him. Duggan backhands around. Erickson will be the first one there. Now Sam McDonald. McDonald out there for the first full minute and a half of this power play. Out in front, it's Duggan looking for the Hattie, and it deflected into the netting. Another Green Wave face-off win. Still Sam McDonald on the ice. 1:40 on the power play now. Erickson throws it on net, sticked aside by Cosentino. Back to McDonald, he can't seal it off at the blue line, and that should just about do it for the power play. McDonald spins it back, now Erickson gains the zone. Last shot on the power play as the clock expires, the shot into the netting, so we'll have a face-off 5-on-5. So there'll be a partial break for Thomas, and his shot backhanded well wide, didn't get all of it. An excellent back check by Jacob Whitman. Green Wave now able to clear it, but not out. Ty Dwyer cutting back towards the middle, throws it in on net, never got through all the trees in front. The Green Wave finally able to get it back to neutral. Sliding down, how about Mark Duquette? As that one goes up into the netting. Quick drop, 6:15 to go and counting, still 5-3 Green Wave. Out in front, that one deflecting off of Callan Gunning to the end wall. Green Wave having some trouble clearing out of their zone here. They will just try to ice it, but not even get it past their defensive blue line. McDonald ruled off sides. It was within an inch or so. Neutral zone draw. McDonald sweeps it to keep it in the attacking end momentarily. Here goes Dwyer. Looking for the one-timer on the back post by Tegan Bell, who didn't connect. Now Green Wave 3-on-2 up ice. It's McDonald, it's LJ Cleary, and it's Derek O'Neill. McDonald spun off his route to the far corner. Pass back to Dwyer. His shot whistles high. Big hit, shot blocker down by Harris. His first test in a while to our left. Four and a half minutes to go. This one squirts through the neutral zone once again. Backhanded through traffic, deflected off of Niles, and now the Green Wave back the other way. Tate Erickson swinging it down low. Shot through the blue paint. Whitman, the first one there, sends it through, and it's another goal. Tipped in front, and it's Sean Duggan with a hat trick. 6-3 Green Wave. Duggan with his 17th goal of the season, third goal tonight. And that should just about wrap things up here in Rockland.
Greenway goal scored by number 22, Jacob Whitman. Assisted by number 8, Tate Erickson.
They're going to credit Whitman, but I don't think that is the correct information. We're going to go ahead and say Duggan with the hat trick, because he definitely tipped it out front. Shot, Harris pops it up to the corner. Gunning, around the wall, Duggan. Now Connolly into the corner. McDonald tried to dangle around one of the skippers. Now sub 3 minutes to go. Duggan in again. Duggan tried to dangle through the slot, didn't work. Shot in on Harris. He gloves up. First stoppage with 2:21 to go. Green Wave win the face-off. McDonald self passes through, rather Tate Erickson spins back, throws it towards net where Derek O'Neill was waiting, but the two of them didn't connect. Out in front, the shot goes just wide around Cosentino. And that was Erickson again, working with McDonald. McDonald says, don't worry about it, you got this. There'll be plenty more scoring chances right out in front of the net. 1:55 to go. Duggan, half of the Green Waves goals. They lead it 6-3. Those 3 goals are the difference. McDonald with a goal, and Teddy Duggan adding a tally as well, his first of the year. Saucered over to Connolly. Connolly down the wall. As it is iced down the river, Harris will play it as we hit 1 minute to go. Erickson down into the corner. Throws a big hit, separates a stick from one of the skippers. McDonald. Now Dylan Connolly spins back with it. Connolly takes the hit to keep the puck moving deeper into the zone. Now 23 seconds to play. Coach Woodford calling off the Dogs, and it will be an impressive effort here for the Green Wave. A hat trick for Sean Duggan. And the final score should go 6-3 in favor of the Green Wave. As much as Coho tried to stay in it with Fales, Thomas, and Dwyer, the Green Wave claim victory over their league rival and get a step closer to securing that first round home matchup. 6-3 the final. The Green Wave beating the Cohasset-Hull Co-op, the Skippers, and getting it back on the right track. Sean Duggan, by far our player of the game with a hat trick, 3 goals. And those 3 goals, the difference maker tonight, 6-3. Once again, Abington getting the victory over Cohasset-Hull. Want to thank our phenomenal Abington Cam crew, Dave Bowen, Drew, and Gabby, doing all the work to bring you the sights and sounds from the Rockland Ice Rink on behalf of our executive producer, Kevin Tachi. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, and we will see you next game.